The world watches once again as missiles arc across the Persian Gulf. In March 2026, the United States and Israel launch a series of coordinated air and missile strikes deep inside Iran. Cities tremble under shock waves. Air defenses light up the night. Civilian flights vanish from radar as regional skies close in chaos. Commentators call it a new chapter in a long conflict. But for those who remember the past, the roar of jet engines, the panic of radar blips, the smoke over the Gulf, this is not a new story. It's an echo, a tragic pattern that began nearly 40 years ago in the same skies. On a morning when technology, tension, and human fear collided and turned a passenger jet into a casualty of war. July 3rd, 1988. The Persian Gulf is deceptively calm, sunlight glinting across endless blue. An Airbus A300B2, white and blue, lifts gracefully from the tarmac of Bandar Abbas International Airport. Inside, 290 passengers, families, children, workers, settle in for a short hop across the water to Dubai. Flight attendants smile, engines hum. The flight number is Iran Air 655, a route so ordinary no one expects history to be waiting above the waves. Below them, far across the same Gulf, the USS Vincennes, a US Navy guided missile cruiser, slices through the sea at 30 knots. Her captain, Will Rogers III, commands one of the most advanced warships ever built, bristling with radar arrays and missiles that can reach the stratosphere. For weeks, US vessels have clashed with Iranian gunboats. The air is heavy with hostility. Everyone's finger is close to the trigger. That morning, a Navy helicopter from the Vincennes, callsign Ocean Lord, spots Iranian patrol boats. It flies closer, too close. Gunfire erupts. The helicopter dodges tracer rounds, calling back, "We're under attack!" Rogers doesn't hesitate. He orders general quarters. Alarms blare. Boots pound metal floors. The Vincennes is now at war, in a place where civilians still fly overhead, unaware the ocean below is about to become a battlefield. Up above, Captain Mohsen Rezaian and his crew check instruments. Altitude, climbing through 12,000 feet. Heading, straight along the published airway. Transponder, broadcasting Mode 3, civilian identity. Passengers sip tea, buckle children in, and gaze out at the pale haze of the Gulf. It's an ordinary flight, but beneath them, on a ship armed for war, that transponder signal will soon be misread as the language of threat. In the Combat Information Center of the Vincennes, radar operator Anderson notices a new track lifting off from Bandar Abbas. He runs a friend or foe interrogation, a standard IFF scan. The plane replies, Mode 3, civilian. Then, inexplicably, Mode 2, 1100, a military code. Anderson's radar hook is still locked on the airport, combining signals. But no one realizes. The system now believes this airliner is a military F-14 Tomcat. Rogers is told, possible F-14 inbound. He tries radio contact, first on a military channel the Airbus cannot hear, then on a civil distress frequency. The warnings are vague, the coordinates unclear. Up in the cockpit, Captain Rezaian never hears a thing. He's climbing steadily, oblivious to the panic brewing below. Then the radar shows the aircraft descending. It's an illusion, but fear turns illusion into reality. "Sir, it's diving toward us!" a voice shouts. And just like that, the picture is complete. In their minds, it's war. Captain Rogers gives the order. 2 SM-2 missiles roar from their launchers, streaking upward at Mach 3. White contrails slash across the blue sky. On the bridge, the crew watches radar. A blip disappears. "Target destroyed!" someone says. Cheers echo in the steel hallways. They believe they've saved the ship. But 48 kilometers away, in the sunlight above the Gulf, Iran Air Flight 655 disintegrates mid-air. Fragments tumble silently into the sea. 290 men, women, and children gone. Television screens around the world flicker with the horror. Lifeless bodies, floating debris, scattered passports. The global outcry is immediate. How could a $1 billion warship with the most advanced radar system ever built destroy a civilian airliner? The US calls it a tragic mistake. Iran calls it murder. Neither side is wrong in their pain. Admiral William Fogarty leads the inquiry. The findings are staggering. The radar operator's hook left on too long, blending signals. The altitude misread as a dive. Radio calls transmitted on wrong frequencies. And above all, the crew's mindset, convinced they were under attack. Psychologists later name it scenario fulfillment, the mind shaping reality to match its fear. The US concludes the crew acted prudently. No one is charged. But independent investigators uncover the truth. The Vincennes was 4 kilometers inside Iranian territorial waters when it fired. It had chased the gunboats north, straight into Iran's flight path. In defending itself, it became the aggressor. Nearly 40 years later, as missiles fall again in 2026, families in Iran still remember Flight 655. Every July, they gather by the shore, releasing flowers into the Gulf, one for each life lost. The petals drift quietly, mingling with the same waters now patrolled by new warships and drones. History, it seems, is still learning nothing from its own echoes. In 1988, the sky mistook its own. In 2026, the world risks doing it again. Technology can lock on, missiles can fly, nations can justify, but no radar can measure the cost of human error. Iran Air Flight 655, July 3, 1988. Remember it, before the next mistake happens again. This video was created by Roy Sebastian for Air Tragedies. Subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.